What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video we're gonna take a trip down memory lane. Also at the end of the video I'll give you guys a quick little update on each car and the timeline that I have for them. This video actually marks my 2 years on YouTube, which is pretty crazy to think about because I mean I just started making videos for fun and then one thing spiraled into another and now I'm here 2 years later. I think the more important way to put it though is we're here. I mean because there's like over 700 plus people that like subscribe to the channel, which is absolutely nuts to me. In my day job I actually do a lot of public speaking, so I know how difficult it can be to have a room full of like 50, 100 people and make it engaging for them. So the fact that we have 700 plus is, yeah, it's insane. I can't wrap my head around that. But the one thing I can say for sure is just thank you, because like the support has been insane. I've had people reach out to me from all over the world, which is crazy because there's just me being a little fry. I don't know how to put it, man. It's just crazy. So thank you guys again for all the support. This video also marks 2 years with this car right here. So for those who don't know, this is pretty much the thing that kind of got me into it all. Well, sort of. So I had this MR2 here. I did a lot of stuff to it, a lot of crazy adventures and stuff like that, but I'm a real visual person. When I got this car right here, I thought it'd be really cool to have like a video diary and just start documenting my adventures. For those who don't know, this is a 93 MR2. It has a J32A2, M90 blower, 6-speed limited slip differential, partially stripped out interior. I use this for like autocrossing and honestly just having fun. It's been a really crazy ride. So what I'm gonna do is just insert some of my favorite moments from the past 2 years.
Was overheating. Sits for 10 minutes and overheats. Now the key's locked. What the fuck is this?
What do you mean the key's locked?
The key's not starting the car now.
There's a special way to start it? Guess I just record your misery here.
Yeah, I'm really pissed about this actually.
Put it up in your face here.
Thank you, Fernando. We are on a backcountry road, so let's see how slow she is. This is second gear pull. We'll go down to about 2,000 RPM, a little bit slower, and we'll punch it. That's all the sauce. Woo! That's giving it all the throttle.
Can I show you something, Jesus?
Yeah, what's up?
Come over here, check this out. So I know you're my brother and I'm supposed to be nice to you.
Yeah.
But like, come on, dude. I'm calling you out on that.
So my theory is if you can't see it, it's not there. It's kind of like how it's not illegal to speed if you don't get pulled over.
No, it's illegal. There's just no consequences if you don't get caught.
Though what I will say is I have seen cars that are, comparatively speaking, much more disgusting.
Gross is gross. This is gross is gross.
Well, no, there's like a scale to it. So this is like a 5 or 6. This isn't a 10 out of 10. Like when there's mold throughout a whole car, like
As soon as we're gonna move on, we're moving on.
You ready, Fernando?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. This is his first time riding in my MR2, so we'll see how he likes it. How was it, Fernando?
That was pretty good. A little terrifying. It's like a roller coaster.
Come on. Come here. Sit down. Hey. Sit. Buddy, stay. Woo. So far, so good. Hey, buddy. No, buddy.
You know, cruising down, racing Mustang GTs, losing super bad in my automatic non-turbo 91 MR2. But the ladies will still not look at me because...
But you're gonna have all the dudes hitting you up.
But all the dudes will be sliding up in my DMs, and that's gonna make me feel good at night.
So, we got interrupted briefly because the neighbor's dog came over here to say hi. Oh, she's such a good girl. I don't actually know her name.
Oh. The car's still paying for itself. That's 35 cents. Versus the... I don't even want to talk about how much this car's gonna have into it when I'm done. Too much. You guys hear that? It's my soul crying.
It looks like it's a pretty simple process. There's just these Well, for context, guys, this car was given to me, or van, was given to me recently by my brother, and this bolt was finger loose, and it's a seat bolt. So this brings back memories of the V6 MR2. So if you're watching this, thank you, Asus.
Whoa. What the what? Did you just see that?
Yeah, it looks like
oh,
shot all over the place.
What the okay.
I'm assuming that's not good?
That is water.
I hope you all enjoyed that little compilation of some of my favorite moments. I honestly wanted to add more, but that would make this video way too long. When it comes to cars, I don't think it's any secret that my favorite thing is seat time. I love driving at autocross events and track days. One of the issues that I'm facing is the fact that my white MR2 has issues, and this thing really won't make it through a track day. My plans for this next year is to try to set myself up so I can have a lot of seat time. For that to happen, I really need to focus. Pretty much the plan is I'm going to get the Acti, Miata, and Skyline ready and out of the way so I can focus on the MR2s. So I'm going to give you guys an update on those cars real quick. We're going to start off by talking about the Skyline and the Miata, which actually the Miata's not here because Asus is at work, so he has the car. Anyways though, for the Miata, it's pretty much just putting in the bucket seats that he has for it. We're also going to put the steering wheel. Last time we did it, we didn't stop to think about whether or not we want to cut up the clock spring. We're going to go ahead and do that. It's really not a big deal. So the Miata, we're going to put the bucket seat, steering wheel in, call it good. Here we have to replace the head gasket, which ended up blowing when I was driving, so that's kind of on me and my fault. But yeah, that's pretty much all that we're gonna do to this car for the moment. Now that we know what's up with the Skyline and Miata, we'll come over to the Acti. Pretty much all that's left to do is the timing belt and associated stuff with that. I have to replace the CV joint on the drive shaft or just replace the drive shaft. If you follow me on Instagram, you would know that I was actually going to sell the Acti. What happened was I found a C5 Z06 Corvette for ridiculously cheap, and in order to buy that, I was going to sell the Acti. My plan didn't go as I thought it would. I had a lot of interest in the van, but ultimately before I could sell the van, the C5 sold, and honestly, I was just really interested in this one because it was so cheap, and I don't have the money to buy one at full price. I'm just gonna keep the Acti. Now for the white MR2, which this is my baby because I've had her for going on 6 years now. I'm just gonna do a 2GR swap. Hopefully I'll have enough money to get a turbo transmission, and then I'll just leave it alone. Really, I want my white MR2 just to be a seat time car where I can drive it to the track, beat the snot out of it, drive it back with no issues. If I can keep the timeline that I want, I'll be done with the Acti, Miata, and Skyline by the end of summer. So that means I could hopefully start taking this car apart. I will be honest though, I have limited resources in terms of funds. I'm guessing that I'm gonna start taking the car apart, and if I can do that in September, October, that realistically I could have this done by mid to late 2022. I would definitely love to get it done sooner, but as I mentioned, money's kind of a big thing. So I'll essentially be, pulling the engine, buying parts little by little. Because of my plan, that means next year I'm pretty much gonna be relegated to just autocross because the V6 MR2 will still be running, hopefully, or theoretically. I hope I didn't just jinx myself. Just to make sure that I'm not spreading myself too thin while I'm doing the stuff to the white MR2, I'm actually gonna leave this car completely alone. Realistically, there's nothing major that's gonna happen to this car for the next year and a half, which is a little sad to say. Once I finally do get to this car though, in early 2023, I actually want to literally just strip out everything. And what I mean by that is I wanna pull the engine out, I wanna redo the exhaust, redo all the wiring, redo the fuel system. There's a lot of things I wanna redo just because they're not really up to where I would like them. My plan is to stick with the J series and keep it supercharged. Given the history of this car, I feel like that's the right thing to do. Since I plan on keeping it supercharged when I pull everything, it's really going to be just freshening things up, making them nice and reliable. I don't want to have to worry about it. I may do some things like upgrading the blower and whatnot, but I don't have exact plans, and I really won't know until time gets closer. I have very limited time, so I don't really want to focus too much on the plans here until until I'm getting close to being done with the white MR2. I do imagine though that once all this stuff is nice and sorted and whatnot, that I'm probably going to end up going with the way more aggressive setup on this car, because the 255s have traction issues right now, which is crazy because these are RS4s that I have on there. Are they the best 200 tread wear tire? No, but they're still a good sticky tire. I also want to put a cage in this car, so I honestly think it's just going to keep getting faster and faster, because I know my idea with it is pretty simple to start with, but I can see it quickly getting out of hand. For safety, I would like to put a roll cage. I don't have an exact idea of how I'm going to do that, because one of the things I do have to look at is what organizations I'm going to be running in. I honestly think the best way to put it is that this is always just going to be the really fun street car that I can take to the track, and this car over here is going to be the behemoth that is not fun to drive on the street, but is extremely fun at the track, is always a handful, and I don't mind sacrificing the streetability considering the fact that I already trailer this car to events that are far away, so that doesn't bother me one single bit. I know I've said this probably a million times now, but again, I want to thank everyone for all the support. It's been way more than I could ever ask for, so thanks again for the millionth time, and stick around. This next year we got big plans coming.